I cannot believe I saw a man smoke a joint in the United States Capitol
in the chair
and not get caught.
Dude said, he said, I left her a quarter on her desk. He went and stole the mail off her desk.
Yes. We saw people go into the chambers and steal highly classified documents and pose in was she speaker of the House? Nancy Pelosi? Yeah. Literally pose in her chair with his feet on her table. The most disrespectful things. Well.
Yep. I tried to upload that one time for a whatchamacallit.
Dude still oh my god.
Yeah, they fucking threw it up there.
That actually happened. Now,
because Getty Images, they're like the stock image people. I guess they copyrighted it before anybody else did.
But it is nuts to think about that actually happened, and the fact that people are still trying to justify that was not Donald Trump's fault.
It was.
I think the worst part of the conversation is the fact that everybody's so ready to go back outside that we're just like, we don't even care. Just get us outside first.
Yeah, I mean, look. Listen, y'all. I get it, but we gotta talk about what led to that. All right, what led to, a legit population of people, mostly white folk, or let's say Americans, decided to say, you know what, the vote is being stolen by the actually illegal democratic process that was being happening. So I'm going to invade the most secure building in the United States Capitol. I felt that I had the power to do that.
But
how much power do you have to feel to do that? What
was her name? Walters. Maxine Walters.
She shot?
No. The black congresswoman from California.
Yeah, she said something to, what was it? She said something last week, and they were lighting her ass up on Twitter because they said that her language was kind of charged to say, like, what was happening last week?
I guess she was gaslighting the black community.
Yeah, no, not gaslighting. No, that's not the word. Gaslighting is not good. That's when you try to make somebody convinced. People use gaslighting a lot. That's like when you try to convince somebody.
But what happened with Maxine Waters, though? Hang on a second. Maxine Waters. Oh, she was talking about a Chauvin's trial?
Something. Yeah, that's what happened. Oh my God, how could we forget about that? He got fucking charged, guilty on all 3 cases,
Thank God.
A round of applause.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks how the whole fucking world had to convince.
That's the only reason they did
it. It's the jurors, though, man. It was the jurors that said guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was jurors, really.
But the thing is, you got to remember, and they were talking about this at the pre-roll, like when they were just waiting to announce it. They were saying, I lost my whole train of thought.
The reason why he was guilty?
No, they were saying the only reason they were even charging it is because the original people in charge of the case were not going to do it. They said, oh yeah, we believe it's an accident or whatever they said in the beginning.
Like Maxine Waters, what you say about that though?
No, let me get there. Okay. Jesus. Okay, Maxine is going to be there. Okay. Maxine is going to be all right.
I'm sorry. I have to make sure.
Sorry, why are you so aggressive?
I'm just making sure.
You just keep saying Maxine. It's like, damn, can I tell the story?
Right.
They don't know. We got to explain it to the people.
All right, continue.
Damn, you made me lose my train of thought again.
You were talking about the whole issue between the whole trial with George Floyd.
Yeah.
Floyd. Sorry.
They were saying that the original prosecution was not going to try to press charges on him. They were just going to believe whatever the police report said. So a special investigator had to come in and try it. But that's also just crazy to think that this might not have gone to trial at all.
It's just nuts.
Yeah, and it literally just took it literally took an online video going viral. And we can speculate about, police solutions. I do think we really should be vocal about some. I don't know if you ever heard of like 8 can't wait, of like, it's like 8 de-escalation things that police should have to go through before they engage with anybody.
Lethal force is the last one. First of all, it was talking, then it was like shouting, then you bring out your nightstick or your OC spray, then you bring your gun out, but you don't point it towards them. Then you point it towards them. You give them warning while holding it. You be like, hey, if you don't put your weapon down, I'm fucking shooting. And if they still don't do that and it looks like they're advancing, then that's when you use lethal fire. Like,
and you're in the military, you know.
That's what they taught us. Literally, I'm an MP, so they taught us that during our AIT training, and they were like teach us that whole 8-step progress. And in my head, I was like, this is ironic because half these white motherfuckers in here, I will not do that. They'll go straight to 8 and call it a day.
Well, but that's the thing. Yeah. That's the whole argument is that, you know, in the Constitution, we really aren't even supposed to have a standing army. And all these laws that we are supposed to say protect us from the police were designed to protect us from the British Army.
Yeah.
The police are like an internal military force where the enemy is the...
sorry to cut you off, but haven't you noticed though that the way how police trains it that they're going to war out in the streets?
And that's what I'm saying, but their target is us.
Exactly.
Whereas the military is trained to do that, but they're trained better because, you know, it's international conflict. Isn't it actually against the Geneva Code to just go around murdering people? If an army did that, that would be a violation of that.
There was one man.
Well, it would be against for the Geneva Code. It's against like us, like military folks, to kill people who are either prisoners of
running
war,
away,
or like refugees, or people we have like say like ambassadors or somebody else. Say like a random citizen from Afghanistan we got in custody. We can't kill them, or they can't kill us, because that's something that they can also have repercussions for.
Yeah.
So.
Well, but I mean, aren't there rules about like if somebody's retreating or running away, you're not allowed to just shoot them in the back?
But during wartime, it's a little more complicated.
Yes. Well, of course, like, but we're not in wartime. But the police should never be in wartime because the enemy is us in their eyes.
What's crazy is,
and I'm not saying that all encounters with police are bad. Well, I'm not gonna say they're good either.
But the thing is, my issue with the police oftentimes is that I've noticed that oftentimes when you're like getting pulled over for like a simple ticket and the cops have backup for some reason, why does a cop need backup for a simple pullover? When you bring more cops, that oftentimes increases anxiety among the person that's getting pulled over.
Yeah.
I mean, just imagine if that your driver's where he get pulled over for, I don't know, speeding, and the next thing you know, he has like 2 of his officers come up for backup.
Well, and you know what's really a really weird thing, an anecdote really, is there's a cop that used to come to my gym, and you know I'm friendly to everybody, but you know it was part of our job to go enforce the policy, like, you know, can't have gym bags on the floor, can't do this, can't do that. And, you know, we have the mask policy too. But sometimes they just send us out to, you know, just make sure everybody's following procedure and whatnot. And the cop would be in there, and, you know, sometimes he might be wearing the wrong shoes or whatever. So he'd always try to, like, fix himself or whatever real quick if he would ever see me just doing, like, rounds or whatever, or just, like, going to go fix something on the floor. And then it clicked in my head is that is probably what
we feel whenever they're around.
No, but I mean, in his head, that probably clicked with him that, you know, this is what people feel like when they see police pulling up to you. They immediately think, oh shit, because when people are looking for something wrong, they're going to find something wrong.
They're going to find something wrong, It's like, there's always going to be some mistake. You know, I was reading John Lewis's book, Walking with the Wind. Fantastic book, by the way. Whenever you can pick one up, it's a very long book, but
read, niggas, read,
please, because that man, it's like a biography of his entire life, and he explains all the different milestones and details among the civil rights movement during the 60s, like from Selma to, you know, March and Montgomery, everything you could think of. And he was saying that he met with Muhammad Ali in Africa. Malcolm X in Africa, and he was saying that Malcolm X was considering going to the UN for I forgot what it's called. But it was human rights violations to try to bring charges against America for the treatment of black people. but that same year he was assassinated. So there has been a couple probably civil rights activists that have been considering going to the
UN.
Going to the UN.